Morning. Great morning. You guys come on in. Come on in. While you guys are coming in, I'm going to go ahead and share. Come on in. Hold on, y'all. Let me plug this laptop up, honey. Need a minute. Come on in. Come on in. Let me go and share. All right. Let me share. Come on in. Come on in. Great morning, everybody. Great morning. Great morning. Hey, you guys. Hey, Jackie. Great morning, gorgeous. How are you? So good to see you. Come on, come on. Listen, Linda, listen. Y'all come on in, come on in, come on in. And we're going to get ready to get started. Get ready to get started, right? Y'all come on in. Listen, today's word is not necessarily a fun word, but it's a necessary one. It's not necessarily fun, but it's necessary. And it's imperative that we know these things. So I need y'all to go ahead and share. Let me know who's here and where you're tuning in from. I already know North Carolina's in the building, and North Carolina has what? Already shared, okay? And so thank you, Jackie, for sharing. I appreciate you. You guys, come on. Now, while you guys are coming, listen, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to get started. And I'm going to let everybody catch up with me. Look, you all know what it is. Alive. Apple Beach Cherry and Apple Cinnamon. Both of them are amazing. Hey, baby. Thank you for sharing from the bed. Wish I was there with you. So listen, these products are amazing because they help to balance your blood sugar. They also assist with increasing your metabolism, managing weight. Weight management helps with blood pressure, helps with mood, libido, gives you energy, clarity, focus, helps with mood, helps to balance your hormones. Whether you're male or female, we all have hormones, and it helps to balance them. So y'all, let's get started. Y'all know what we do. Shot. Everybody shake. Shake the devil off. Shake. Shake the devil off. ABC, it's easy as 1, 2, 3. I'm telling you, do, re, mi, ABC, 1, 2, 3. Alive, you and me. All right. Y'all know what we do. We shake it up, pour it up, and we, yeah, that's what we do. Drink it up, okay? Cheers to the purge. The purge to perfection. Hmm. All right, y'all. Let's get into it. My God, it's good. Babe, I'm sorry, I'm not there to pour you up. Whew. Day 8. We're on day 8 of our 21-day fast. And the focus today is purge. And it says, be refined, cleansed, and made pure. And the word of God reads from Isaiah 11:33 through 35. And I'm reading from the New Living Translation. Wise leaders will give instruction to many, but these teachers will die by fire and sword, or they will be jailed and robbed. During these persecutions, little help will arrive, and many who join them will not be sincere. And some of the wise will fall victim to persecution. In this way, they will be refined, cleansed, and made pure until the time of the end, for the appointed time is still to come. The appointed time is still to come. Prophet Mike Massey talked about God's appointed time on Saturday during the Sabbath fellowship service. Let's go on and get into the word and go from there. Great morning, April. Thank you for sharing. The reality of life is that purging is not fun. We've already established that point, but purging for a leader is often even more difficult because of what it costs them. Isaiah declares that they were in a time where the wise leaders and teachers would die or be jailed or robbed. In other words, these teachers who were sharing their wisdom to grow others would endure persecution. But it was in their persecution that they would also be refined, cleansed, and made pure so that they were prepared and ready for the appointed time. So listen, let's just be real. Nobody wants to hear that they're going to have to go through some type of persecution for the refining. The thought of it alone is enough to make you want to scream. You mean to tell me that I've poured out my knowledge and wisdom to these people and now I'm going to have to be persecuted? If it was me, then I would be like, the devil is a liar. What is fair about any of that situation? Absolutely nothing. But guess what? God is not fair. He is just, and there's a difference. God wants us to be refined even in unfair situations so that we can be prepared for what he wants to do in us and through us. If we can't go through the fire for the refining, then he can't use us the way he wants to use us. If we buckle because it's going to cost us, then he can't use us the way he wants to, because he needs people with some resilience, some stick-to-itness. That's why he would allow us to go through unfair situations and circumstances, because those are the times that test us the most and reveal our true character. You see, it's easy to love God and serve God when things are good. It's bearable to go through when we have done something to cause the challenges that we are facing. But when we have done nothing but be good and good to people, and those same people cause us to have to go through for no reason at all, then that is a whole problem for us. I get it. I've been there. Nonetheless, God needs us to be able to love him and serve him all the more in those situations. Those situations birth our character. Those situations birth our resilience. Those situations birth our ability to stand and, having done all else, to stand. Those situations teach us the meaning of joy, unspeakable joy. So even though it is unfair and we didn't do anything to cause it or deserve it, deal with it anyway. Walk through it with the joy of the Lord as your strength, because it is the refiner's fire that we need to be prepared for our destiny and our purpose. Today, know that when those situations arise, they are often the final part of our preparation for our ascension. They are designed to refine any of the last vestiges of junk out of us. If we will just endure the process and press on toward the mark of the high calling, then we will bring glory to the name of the Lord. Not only that, but we will also establish ourselves in the household of faith as one who can endure. The word of God says that he has given us the ability to endure. When you are experiencing persecution, just remember that we can endure to the end like Christ. Today, let's endure and let God be glorified. Oh my God, we don't want to hear that. Good morning, baby. I love you. We don't want to hear that. We don't want to hear that we've got to endure and we've got to endure persecution. We don't want to hear that. We don't want to hear that we must go through. We don't want to hear that, especially not when we've not done anything to cause us to go through. So look, I get it. I understand, but it doesn't change the fact that you must go through, that it is there in those places of unfairness, where it's unfair that God really builds our character. Yeah, when you're going through for something you did, that's one thing. I get it because you know you did something. But when you go through and you didn't do anything, that's where God sees where your true character is. That's where God tests and tries your heart. That's where he refines you and purifies you and sanctifies you so that you might be able to be used by God in ways that you normally would not be used. So don't despise the purge. Don't despise when God purges things out of you, when he refines you, when he turns up the refiner's fire in those unjust situations. But God, I didn't even do anything to them. Why are they treating me like this? Listen, God refining you. Baby, just take it as a moment that you know, okay, this persecution is going to refine me. This persecution is going to increase my resilience. This persecution is going to show God that I can stick to something even when the odds are against me, even when people are coming against me. You got to go through it because what it does is it purges things out of you that you didn't even know was still in there. Yes, April. The purge is necessary. See, you see what's in you when somebody does something to you and you know you didn't do nothing to them. That's when you see what's in you. That's when you see what's really in you. And when you are able, when we get to the point where we're able to endure the persecution like a good soldier, when we're able to endure the persecution in a way that brings God glory, when we're able to endure the persecution, face the persecution, go through the persecution, God is able to be glorified. I don't know about you, but what I know is this is a season where even today, I want you to think about this. Even today, today is the day Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday. Good morning, baby.
Good morning, beautiful.
Mm-hmm. You feeling better?
Yes, ma'am.
Good.
Thank
you. You look like you feel better.
Thank you. I do. I don't know what that was. I just needed a little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Purge.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Look at God.
I love you.
I love you too, baby. When you look at it, the purging is a crucial part of your process. And yet it's the part we try to avoid. It's the part we try to act like, okay, this don't apply to me, but it applies to every single one of us. Dr. King, today is the day we celebrate his birthday. And listen, check this out. If there was ever anyone who went through things that he didn't deserve in order for others to have a better life, it's him. Like he could have said, this is unfair that I got to go through this. This is unfair. But he understood that his position as a leader required him to go through some things that were not fair. It required his character to be tried. See, when you talk about nonviolent, you know, you're going to take a nonviolent approach, right? Oh, you know violence is going to come at you. Like that's a given, right? So violence came at him and he had to make a stand and he had to stand on what he said. Not everyone is able to be that leader that's willing to sacrifice themselves for the good of others. That's not every leader. Every leader is not going to do that. I'm just telling y'all the truth. Every leader is not going to do that. But when you find leaders who are wise, who share their knowledge, who understand that they're going to go through because what they're doing is bigger than them, then that's someone that you need to pray for. That's someone you need to lift up. That's someone you need to cover. Because some stuff that's going to happen to them that ain't their fault. There's no, oh, it ain't my fault. Did I do that? Right? And it's not that they did something, but they did something. It's not that they did something wrong, but they did something right that opened the door for God to say, have you considered my servant? Have you considered my servant, Kareem? Have you considered my servant, Evelyn? Have you considered my servant, Jackie? Have you considered my servant, Tim? Have you considered my servant, Mike? Have you considered my servant, April? Have you considered my servant, and insert your name? Have you considered them? See, We want God to consider us for the blessings, but we don't want him to consider us for the persecution. You know they go hand in hand. You know they go together. Listen, I don't know who told you that you just gonna get to without going through, but they lied to you. And I refuse to lie to you. I'm gonna tell you the truth. The truth is you'll face persecution. The truth is you'll go through stuff and you didn't do anything to anybody. That's the truth. The truth is when you're in your best, right? When you're doing your best, when you're your best version of you, you still gonna go through some ish that you did not cause. But it's in those moments that God is refining you, purging you, purifying you, sanctifying you, that you might be a shining example of his love, his grace, his mercy, and his glory. How do you go from glory to glory? It's through purging, purification, and refinement. That's how you go from glory to glory. You can't go from glory to glory and think you ain't going through nothing. The devil is a lie, and the truth ain't in it. So today, as you're going through your purge, know that God is with you and he's for you. And not only is he with you and he's for you, but check this out. He's going to use the very thing that the enemy sends to destroy you to be the very thing that blesses you. You see how God does that? He'll take what the enemy means to destroy you and use that thing to bless you. My God, today. Great morning, Kim. How you doing, beautiful? So today, make a decision that you're going to go through like a good soldier, that you're going to stand firm on God's word. Y'all, I'm trying to turn on my do not disturb because that's what God is doing today. Hey, Tandria. Yes, April, it works for our good. All of it, every bit of it, every single thing. And check this out. I just want you to know, hey, Vicky, I want you to know that what God is doing in this season of your life is not accidental, and it's designed to get you to the promise. I'm telling you, God trying to get you to the promise. Get you to the promise. Look, if you haven't ordered your autographed copy of Forward Focus 21, you need to do that, right? When you order your autographed copy of Forward Focus 21, I'll also send you the ebook. So you'll immediately get access to the ebook. Hold on, let me get to it. Go to bit.ly/FF21V2 book, bit.ly/FF21V2 book, right? When you order Angel number 133, when you order the book, you'll also get the ebook. The physical books don't come to me until the 22nd. Somewhere around the 22nd, somewhere around in there that week, right? After that, I'll autograph them and ship them out, but you'll still have access to the devotions daily in the group, but I can also send you the ebook when you order the actual book. Y'all, I'm super excited about what these devotions are getting ready to do in our lives. I'm super excited about what God is doing with this. I remember we are at 8 years from the first time we did Forward Focus 21. Pastor Rick Rollins and I did it. And when we did it, our two ministries came together and did the fast together, and the devotions were birthed during that fast. During that fast, there were 7 P's that arose, right? It was Purge. Purge is the first one, right? It was, hold on, let me read them to you. Purge, purpose, purge, purpose, hold on, place, people, provision, promise, and peace. Okay, purge, purpose, place, people, place, provision, peace, promise. All of those came together to create the 7 P's that served as the foundation for this work. Angel number 133. It's a powerful number for manifesting your goals, dreams, and desires. It means you can focus your mind on creating positive changes towards a more balanced life through manifesting. It signifies spiritual growth and enlightenment. It's a message from the divine realm that you're in the right path to attain spiritual ascension. Like we're talking about really growing in God, becoming more like Him. It's a powerful message from the spiritual realm signifying growth, positive change, and using your skills to manifest your dreams. It's time to produce. It's time to manifest those things that God has promised us, those things that He's deposited in us. Um, I was working on a group of us are doing the 12-week year. And so I was working on my three major goals and the different tasks associated with it and associating the different tasks with the weeks because it's an execution system. It's all about executing, right? And so I noticed that I began to feel different as I began to lay things out and what week I was going to do what in. And I was getting clear. And it's like God gave me even greater clarity on even how things connected amongst my goals. And I'm like, wow, God, look at you laying it out for me. Look at you mapping it out for me. But even in the midst of this, y'all, there's some stuff that I go through because I share with you guys the things that I share with you. There's some persecution that I go through. There's some stuff that I experience because of what I do for you, right? It's not really even about me. It's about what I'm doing for you. And the question is, this is the part that's about me. What do I do with that? Do I moan, groan, and complain? Or do I walk it out and do it with a smile on my face? Somebody was talking to me and they said, Dr. V, you go through a lot and you carry a lot and you still do the drive-by and you still have a smile on your face and you still teach your classes. Is it because it's easy? No, it's not. It's because I'm committed to my purpose and my destiny. And I know that if I handle the things of God, God will handle the things concerning me. If I do what God needs me to do, God will take care of me. He'll make provision for me. He'll work it out for me. That's what God does for me. So when I share these devotions, these are things that God gave me to help me get through. These are things that God gave. This has been birthed out of my own personal experience. These things have been birthed out of God speaking to me. This was not, I just sat down and wrote some stuff. No, God spoke these words to me. He breathed these words in my ear. Like in our intimate time, He just began to speak to me to minister to my spirit man so that even when I was going through, my spirit might yet live. So 8 years since we did the first Forward Focus 21. And I made a commitment. I said, God, listen, in this next few weeks, God, I want to sell 50 copies of this book. 50 copies of the book, God. I want to sell 50 copies because I want to impact 50 lives. You see, for me, it's not just about selling the book. It's not just about making money. It's that I know what happens when people begin to do these devotions. I know what happens when people begin to answer these questions. I'm telling y'all, don't just read the devotion. Don't just hear me read the devotion. If you're not in the Forward Focus 21 group, you need to get in the group. Put Forward Focus in the comments. I'll add you to the group. You need to get in the group. Why? Because in the group, you get to read the devotion and see the questions and the affirmations. You get to see all of that. It's those questions, it's answering those questions that change your life. It's when you begin to answer those questions because it makes you think about where you are. It makes you think about what's going on in your life. It makes you consider those things. And there's something about writing it down and acknowledging it that gives you a different kind of stance, a different kind of power. So look, make sure you get this book. Make sure you join the group. I'm telling y'all, this is how you begin to change your life. And make sure you help me accomplish this goal. Because when you get the book, when you purchase a book for someone else, what you do is you help me reach them in a way I wouldn't have been able to reach them without you. Y'all, when I do stuff, share it with people that you know, okay? Because what you're doing is you're helping extend my reach. So there's several things that I have going on this year that I'm determined to accomplish. I'm determined to sell at least 50 copies of my book in this first 12-week year. 50 copies in my first 12-week year and 100 copies of Daddy's. So that's how you order my book. Now, let me tell you how you order Daddy's book. How do you get your autographed copy of the book? Now, remember, his books are shipping out around the same time mine are shipping out. Let me tell you how you get his book. Let me see, did I change it? Let me say. Hold on, because I made some adjustments to stuff. You know, that's what God will cause you to do, adjust some stuff. Because this is not a game. Like, y'all, when I tell y'all it's not a game, it's not a game. What God is doing is not a game. It is not a game. Hold on. You can go to bit.ly/silent cry pre-order, bit.ly/silent cry pre-order, and you will be able to access the link to order your autographed copy of my daddy's book. Listen, and right now, while we're waiting for the shipment to come in, you guys can still get it with shipping free, right? Both books, you can get it with shipping free shipping on the books. Shipping normally is going to be about $3 to $5, so you're saving $3 to $5. But order your copy of The Silent Cry, my daddy's book. My goal is to sell 100 copies. 100 copies in this first part of the year, in this first 12-week year, 100 copies of the book. Why? Because 100 people need to read this. At least minimum 100 people need to read this, because it's going to impact your life. Look, if you have read the book, if you've read it, if you've read the book, you started reading the book and it's impacted your life, I want you to put a comment in. I want you to put a comment in and say me, 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 me. If you've already ordered the book, put a comment in that says me. If you've ordered it and read some of it, put a comment in that says me. Tell people, listen, let people know that this is a good investment. We invest in so many things that don't have true value, so many things. And guess what's beautiful? Look, you can go online. You can go online and you can order both of them and use Afterpay. What? Yes, that's what I said, honey. Yes, what I said. You can use Afterpay. It's so funny. I was out with one of my daughters, one of my spiritual daughters, and she was reading some of the book, and she opened up to a particular chapter and she started reading. She said, "Wow, first of all, what are the chances that I would open up to this part of the book?" And then second of all, as she began to read it, she was like, "Oh my God." And as I was listening to her read it, I was like, "Oh my God. This book is freaking amazing." Like, it was amazing to hear it read. Very impactful, very insightful. It will allow you to understand some things that you otherwise didn't. Kim said the book does have value. Okay. Yes. She said it's deep. Listen, I'm not making it up, right? Listen, I'm trying to tell y'all, I'm not promoting this book just because it's my daddy's book. I'm promoting this book because the messages in it are real and powerful, and you can feel them and you can relate them to your life and apply them to your life. And maybe, just maybe, it'll give you another level of empathy for the men in your life, another level of grace that you extend them, and another level of forgiveness that you tap into. Um, that's what's really powerful about it to me. I'm telling you, you have to understand that what God is doing in this season supersedes anything He's done in past seasons. And so I want you to know that God is trying to do something great in your life, and He's giving you tools to understand you, tools to understand other people, and tools for you to overcome the things in you that prevent you from being your best. Like what, Dr. V? Like, what is He using to help me become the best me and to get me out of my way? Well, listen, this Friday and Saturday, and it's all connected. Somebody type, it's all connected. This Friday and Saturday, I'm doing No More Sabotage. It's the first one of the year. It's the first class of the year. Friday night from 6 to 8:30, and Saturday from 12 to 2:30. That's Eastern Standard Time. I'll be doing No More Sabotage. And let me tell you something. When you understand that these saboteurs are at the root of all the stuff that's preventing you from going to your next, preventing you from showing up as the best version of you, It's the saboteurs. It's the saboteurs. Yes, Kim, it's all connected. Yes, April. Yes, Kareem. When you understand those saboteurs, when you can identify the saboteurs working in your life, when you can get to the root of why you have those saboteurs, and you can begin to pull up that root, and when the saboteur shows up, you're able to recognize it and face it, and then stop, drop, shut it down, open up shop, then you will be able to change some things. Yes, Jason, it's all connected. So what you want to do, this is what you want to do. You want to register for the No More Sabotage class. You want to register for the No More Sabotage class. If you haven't, if you haven't taken it, if you haven't, okay, if you haven't taken it, you need to take it. That's the first thing. If you've not taken this class, you need to take this, right? It's going to be one of the greatest investments you'll ever make in your spiritual growth, in your natural growth. I'm telling you, it's that powerful. You're going to connect the dots. Stuff is going to make sense. It's going to click, and you're going to be able to deal with it differently, right? You need to take it. This is the next thing that you need to do. You need to sign somebody else up for it, right? You need to sign somebody else up for it so that they can benefit from what this class has to offer. One of the things that I know for me is that I want the people that are close to me, I want the people in the ministry, I want the people that I coach to take it, because what I know is it does some heavy lifting for me. It does some heavy lifting for me. It helps people to see them through different lenses so that then they can deal with some stuff so I don't have to deal with it. It just does it. It does it. Go to bit.ly/no more sabotage, bit.ly/no more sabotage, so that you can take it. There's a regular version and a VIP. The VIP comes with a free 1 hour individual session, a free 1 hour individual session, a one-on-one that you can use at any time, right? But after the class, it's more effective because you will have had a chance to go through the class. You will have had a chance to have some questions. And sometimes it's even better, not even just right after the class, but a little bit after the class. So if you signed up for the VIP and you haven't gotten your free 1 hour session, you need to reach out to me so we can schedule it. What are you waiting on? Because as we schedule it, then whenever you schedule it, that's when you're supposed to have it. That's when you're supposed to have it. Jason said, yes, please take the class. It really changed and blessed my life. Absolutely. Absolutely. And there's limited seats. I have 10 seats, 10 people. Listen, that's what we're doing. That's what's done. But not only that, y'all, check this out. Because it is Dr. King's birthday, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a special promotion, and I am going to give you a 15% off discount on the class, because it's Dr. King's birthday. How about that? It's Dr. King's birthday. So in honor of him, and in honor of, it's also Founders Day for Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority. That's my sorority. I'm doing this discount code. It is 15% off. 15% off. Hold on, y'all. Let me just add it real quick so I can make sure that it works for you. It's all working together, y'all. I just need y'all to know that it's all working together. All right. Okay. So I just added it. But guess what? Today only, I'm also adding that 15% discount to the No More Sabotage Supercharge. Okay. So you can use the code KING, and you'll get a discount on the No More Sabotage 7-week supercharge. I added an extra week. You'll get that, and you'll be able to benefit from that 15% off on both of those things, right? If you've taken No More Sabotage, you may want to invest in the 7-week supercharge, because what it's going to do is it's going to help you implement those things over a 7-week time so that it can become more of a habit to implement them. So to register for that, you're going to go to bit.ly/no more supercharge 1, bit.ly/no more supercharge 1. When you register, use the discount code KING. Y'all, all I can say is this: God is setting you up and providing you with the tools that you need so that you can get the results that you desire in your life. God wants to create change, but change requires you to do some work, and the work starts with you. Okay? All goes back to you. All goes back to you. So listen, you guys, I pray that this word blessed you. I pray that you got what you needed out of it. I pray that it gave you encouragement. And if you want to sow a seed, you can go to Cash App, $ DRV Johnson 777, Cash App, $DRV Johnson 777. Know this. Know that I absolutely love you guys to life and life more abundant. Have an amazing, incredible, and epic day. Be great. Be blessed. Mwah.